CPAC 2021, there's all kinds of people walking around, candidates, people in office, and people who are making a difference in the world. My next guest is doing just that. Joe Collins joins me now from CPAC 2021, and let's kind of recap. You just came off a very heated race here in Northern California. Mm-hmm. Maxine Waters, one of the most corrupt, right? Can we say that word? Corrupt politicians in the business.
Yep.
Let's talk about it.
It's still heated. We're in court right now. I filed the lawsuit for defamation, libel, slander. We have a lawsuit for election integrity, and she's still a mess. But we did really good. We actually got her to come out in a campaign. She was afraid to lose her seats, but one thing that she did that we didn't do was collect the ballots. You know, we thought that everybody's going to play fair, and that's what we have to stop doing these days.
Okay, what is the future for Joe Collins? You're a very likable guy. People love you, and of course, the President Trump supported you.
Yeah.
He supports. I've seen you on the stage at the rallies. But what's the next step for you? Because we've got to get you in office. Because I think you're truly making a difference when you do speak to the communities about what they need.
Yeah. So we started our campaign back up to run again for 2022. And that's the next step. The website is joecollinsforcongress.com, and we just need our campaign to continue to be powered by people. And I feel like, you know, unlike a lot of candidates, I actually speak the language that the people can understand. So if there's an issue in my community, I try to speak towards that issue without being influenced by outside people, regardless of their political party affiliation.
What are some of the things that your constituents in Northern California are telling you that they would like change? What are they complaining about Maxine Waters the most? Like, what is she not doing to serve the people of Northern California?
They say that she's never there. They never see Maxine, and when she comes for photo ops and then she leave again. You know, we actually work in the community. Maxine will get invited to a food drive. She'll hand out food until they stop taking pictures. We'll set up food drives and we'll get food out all week like we did throughout the campaign. But, you know, the homeless problem is a really big issue. The lack of quality jobs is a big issue. The high cost of living is a big issue. The gang violence, gun violence is a big issue. These are all like solvable things if they can get addressed. But instead of addressing the issues in the community, Maxine is reaching out to celebrities, telling them how great their song is that has absolutely nothing to do with empowering anybody.
How do we get the black community to realize that supporting some of these traditional Democrat candidates, and even some, let's be honest, some there's a lot of rhino Republicans that are not serving their communities. How can we get the African American community to kind of see a different way of thinking about how we live our lives, how we govern our municipalities? How do we do that?
Well, I think we have to just reach out to them and talk to them on a regular basis. One issue that we have is that the Republican Party doesn't ever come into African American communities, and whenever African Americans try to come over to the Republican side, they're met with like disdain, like, oh, your beliefs is not ours, you're a fake Republican, or you got to just make better choices, or you got to live better lives, or everything is your fault. And this, you know, from a standpoint, because I'm from the inner city, it's like if your influences are gang members and rappers and you know, basketball players, and you don't have quality schools, you don't have quality educations, the only way to make it out is by gang banging, by trying to be a rapper playing sports, then what better choices do you have that you actually know about?
I've said this, you know, and obviously I'm not really qualified to speak officially on this, but I've actually said that sometimes the inner city has some of the worst role models to break the cycle of you know, economic despair, the family structure not being the best. So you're right on point on that, and I think it's influencers like yourself that can go out there and say, look, this is what you should really value in life, and make a difference.
I get a lot of heat from the conservative Republican community for doing that. You know, like, you know, they have this thing where police brutality is an issue in our communities, but then you have people who say, well, black people kill more black people than the cops do. And that's like, yeah, but both of them are a problem, so we have to be able to address both, not negate one just because you feel like the other one is more important or it happens more. So, you know, we have both. Gun violence is an absolute problem, but it's hard to walk up to somebody and say, hey, man, put that gun down, and be like, shut up, and then you end up a victim.
Totally.
Yep.
Another thing, let's talk about cancel culture for a second.
Okay.
Maxine Waters, and we've all seen the video, and she's put out the rhetoric of, you know, when you see a, you know, Trump supporter, you get in their face. You know, we've all seen the video.
Yeah.
The hypocrisy of the left and the media of basically saying it's okay to go out and get those, block those conservative, but when someone from the conservative side says anything that might be taken as aggressive, we're shut down.
That's because we don't fight back. If they say it and we try to make excuses instead of saying, yeah, I said it and do something about it. Maxine gets up there and she says it, and when she get calls out on it, she tries to double back. But for us, I think it's time for us to be bold, be brave, and say, yes, I said it with impunity. I don't take it back. I'm not going to take it back. This is what I said. This is what I mean. If you take it the wrong way, then check your own self.
So conservatives need to grow a backbone, right? They need to grow a spine. Is that what I'm getting out of this?
A little bit of testicular fortitude to work,
Which, we've always thought, we don't punch back. And I'm not talking about physically punching back.
Yeah.
But we've seen Republicans, conservatives get pushed and pushed and pushed, and we never defend ourselves. We just go, okay, I guess you win, and we go away.
Yeah. That happens a lot, but the times are changing. I'm glad we got a lot of young people that are standing up and running for office, young, bold people. We have a lot of people that are speaking out now, and one of the biggest issues that we have in America is our politicians are entirely too old. 70, 80, 90 years old, I think it's time to retire.
It's funny when you look at Joe Biden, he's been in politics for 47 years. I'm 51 years old, so I'm thinking about, but now he has a plan to change America after 47 years. Thanks for holding those secrets away from us.
He broke America, so of course he knows how to fix it, allegedly. Yeah. But I think he forgot.
Yeah. When you first got into politics, what made you get into politics? I mean, what was that one event maybe that you said, you know what, I think I can make a difference?
It was a few events. I was in the military for 13 and a half years, and Barack Obama was the president. In 2008, he started pushing policies that allowed the transgenders to get in the military. Now, I was a recruiter, and anybody who was transgender was considered gender dysphoria. It was a mental health issue. And so now you start letting people with mental health issues into the military, the suicide rates went up. And then a lot of people in the military, you don't get a voice in politics. You don't get to talk about, who you want your president to be or what you like or dislike. And then you hear, President Trump start running for office, and in the military, we only listen to CNN and MSNBC. And I was very critical. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Sure.
But my mentors would be like, you have to actually go back and look at the whole story. And then I'm like, oh, wow, I was wrong. They actually cut it to make them look bad. But then even the issues that we were having as young people, our voices were not being heard, and I want to be that person to step out and allow us an opportunity to get our voice heard and have policies to change how we live within our own communities.
Yeah, I forgot what Trump rally I was at back during the campaign season. You were on the stage, you said a few words. The crowd loves you. I don't remember what state that was. Maybe Pennsylvania?
I will have to think. I've been to a few of them.
You've been to a lot of them. But the crowd loves you. You energize people. You bring people together. You're a very charming individual.
Yeah.
Right? You're a good-looking guy as well, right?
Well,
you're not when you have to be, though, right?
Exactly.
So people like you, if they want more information on how to follow your political journey and and get behind you, how do they do that?
Go to my website, joecollinsforcongress.com. Please donate, support, and all my social medias are on my website, so go there. You'll get the whole Joe Collins experience.
And it's time to get some of these corrupt politicians out of office. From CPAC 2021 here in Orlando, Brian Glenn, we've got plenty more.